Mother of God. This company, Embracer Group, I'm telling you, man, they're like all over the place. They're just buying up, gobbling up these companies, these developers, publishers, whole groups, sets of production companies in this gaming industry. It's insane. Now, this is the latest story. Yeah, granted, it's a bit late, like a couple days, but nonetheless, still a huge deal. And personally, I find it that it's being underreported. Every time an Embracer group gobbles up a company or groups of companies like they are now, I don't see a lot of whole news stories about it. Everyone just like, oh, brushing it off like it's just an Embracer group buying a bunch of companies again. No, this is a big deal. I don't recall any time in the gaming industry, like other than EA every now and then, but still, that doesn't compare to this complete domination of the middle market. That is pretty intense. Sorry, my leap motion is just being weird. All right, just have to get used to that. Anyway, yeah. So another article from Video Games Chronicle. I really like these guys over here at VGC. I think they do a good job covering stuff pretty quickly, and no social bullshit in here whatsoever. So none of the social BS in here. So that's good. So that's really nice to see cut and dry news, especially in the gaming industry where everyone has their own opinion on whatever, even when it's unnecessary. I mean, journalism is supposed to be dispassionate, man. You're not supposed to put your own emotions to it. Sometimes it calls for it, but most of the times people just want the news. So here we go with the news. Embracer is acquiring 8 more companies, including 3D Realms. So says the headline from BGC. Underneath it says the former Duke Nukem publisher will be owned by Embracer's Saber Interactive subsidiary. Also, these guys own Saber, if you didn't know that already. So let's get down to it. Embracer Group has announced that it's acquiring 8 game studios. Yeah. Swedish firm Embracer is the parent company of 8 subsidiary operating groups: THQ Nordic, Koch Media, Coffee Stain, Amplifier, Saber Interactive, Gearbox Entertainment, Deca, and Easy Brain. The majority of the 8 companies are development studios and are being purchased through some of these subsidiaries. The full list of acquisitions is as follows, and this is a massive ass load of IP that they're getting right here. This is a big buy. I'll start here with 3D Realms, as mentioned earlier, a publisher founded in 1987, previously published Duke Nukem 3D and Prey, has been owned by a Danish holding company since 2014, acquired through Saber Interactive. So I guess these guys, I think Embracer technically own them, as well as other studios. I think they. Wait a minute. Yeah. I think this is just formalizing the development studio's ownership under Embracer. Or it could be that it's just being moved under Saber Interactive. I'm not 100% sure. I just know that when we get down to the freaking list, it's massive. From what you can see here, we'll take another look at this later. So, continuing on, the full list as the of the acquisition is as follows: 3D Realms. Okay, I already said that. Slipgate Ironworks, Danish studio, developed the 2013 Rise of the Triad remake and currently working on Kingpin Reloaded, acquired through Saber Interactive. Next, DigiXart, or DigiXart. No, let's just call it DigiXart. French studio, creator of Lost in Harmony, 1111 Memories Retold, and Road 96, acquired through Koch Media. Force Field, Dutch VR game developer, previously made Landfall, Timestall, and Coaster Combat for Oculus Studios, acquired through Koch Media. Crazy Labs, Israel-based publisher and developer of mobile games, Super Stylus, third most downloaded mobile publisher in 2020, with over 4.5 billion downloads to date. That's pretty big. I'm not big on mobile games, so I didn't know that this might be one of the biggest buys, like this Crazy Labs here. I know mobile gaming is huge, but I'm personally not big into it. Next, we have Ghost Ship Games, Danish studio founded in 2016, released Deep Rock Galactic on Steam last year, acquired through Coffee Stain. Heard good things about Deep Rock Galactic. Next we have Easy Trigger, Swedish studio, founded in 2016, released arcade shooter Huntdown in May, acquired through Coffee Stain. And last but not least, Grim Frost, e-commerce specialist and leading global brand in Viking merchandise. I guess, okay. I mean, they're not a studio, from what it sounds like, so that's, I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's going to be interesting. Probably like kind of like Warhammer stuff, and just making a bunch of model sets or models that you could sell to. The story continues. In a press release, Embracer estimated that these new acquisitions would earn it 2 to 3 billion in sales. That's in the Swedish krona, and USD. That's about 230 to 350 million during financial year 2022-2023. There's a quote from Lars Wingfors. I believe that's how it was pronounced. Probably butchering it. Quote, I am excited to welcome more than 500 great talents across a wide range of well-established businesses that further diversify and strengthen the group across the world from day one. Excuse me. Embracer co-founder and CEO Lars Wingfors said. So, holy moly. I mean, this isn't M&A, man. This is just straight up A. Like, fucking A. This is all acquisitions again. Okay. So over here, like I showed earlier, this is all of Embracer Group's subsidiaries. I probably need to take a look at that. That's gonna be interesting. And as you can see, it's massive. Like parent groups and under one massive parent group being the Embracer Group, and after parent group after parent group after parent group, Jesus. And as you can see here, these are the studios, man. These are the studios and publishing houses. Gearbox, as you can see here, Deep Silver, Jesus. I mean, you got some big names along with some. If you haven't heard of 4A Games, those are the Metro guys. It's pretty massive. It's impressive actually. And when I say middle market, I'm not like demeaning any of the quality that these studios produce in their games. I'm just saying these are not the massive multi-$100 million budget AAA games you would see from, like, I don't know, from a new Final Fantasy or something from Sony's first party studios. These are games that I don't really hear much about, like delays or any drama from these guys. Like I don't hear, 4A Games, I mean, they had to deal with the whole like Crimean invasion or with whatever geopolitical term for whatever happened there is. I mean, aside from that, I don't recall Deep Silver having any BS. Gearbox, I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's mainly from one guy, honestly. But this is big. This is big. I mean, this one massive company is getting even more massive, and I don't find it concerning. If you guys ever interested in looking up the story of the CEO of Lars, he's like a hustler, and I don't mean that in a negative light, like not screwing people over. I mean that like he's a freaking savvy, hardworking businessman type of guy. Like it's kind of similar to how I think the CD Projekt Red initially started, where they not necessarily like translating games, but just picking up these games that weren't accessible in a way to put it to the Polish market. Lars, I think that's what he mainly did, was he basically tried to get more games available into the Swedish market, and so that's where he ended up. Like that's what he ended up doing, and as you can see, his accomplishments right over here, massive list. All right, and so this is the mergers and acquisitions by Embracer Group, and it's just as extensive as the other, but we have prices. This is insane, man. We're talking big money here. Some small, some small gains right here where they had to pay like less than 400 grand for a couple of studios. I don't know which one that is right there, but then you see them like shelling out like big money over here, like 150 million nearly for Koch Media, and then down here where we have Saber Interactive, nearly a little over $500 million to get this massive. I believe Saber Interactive is like a port house. I think they do mainly ports. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But yeah, I think that's what they're known for. 4A Games, also from Saber Interactive, 45 million. I think for that studio. More Koch Media. But then over here, I think we have their biggest sales as far as what they paid for. Easy Brain for $640 million. That's USD, not in krona. Yes, and Gearbox with the biggest take, $1.3 billion. Man, that's just huge. That is massive, and it makes me wonder, like, how much money are they making? I don't know if are they a private or public? No, it looks like they're a public corporation. I really want to know how much these guys are making quarter to quarter, and especially from year to year. This is very interesting. I will take a look into this a bit further, but this is impressive and massive. Wow. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of this. Are you guys concerned? You guys excited? Let me know how you feel. Leave a like, comment, dislike, subscribe, all that jazz. So see you next time. Take care.